What's up, people? It's your man, Herb Love, reporting live and direct from the Herbmobile. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. All right, you know what? It's only one game. I'm not even upset. A lot of things that we could look at, you know, as fans, we can just give our opinion, but it's up to the Lakers coaching staff and the players to make adjustments. Now, before we get into a little, you know, oh, LeBron this, Anthony Davis that, KCP this, and let's make sure we do one thing. Take our hat off. I can't take my hat off. I forgot. I hit my head earlier coming out my basement under the patio. I banged my head and I got a big knot on there now. So I'm a little bit flabbergasted. You know, I knocked myself out. I don't even know who I am. But anyway, the Clippers, you got to take our hat off to the Clippers. The Clippers are a good, well-ran team. Listen, even with the addition of Kawhi Leonard and PG-13 who didn't play, they're still a good, established team. Remember, it's almost the exact same team that Doc Rivers took to the playoff. And I think they beat Golden State, what, twice? In the playoff, I think they got 2 wins out of it, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Or I know they got a couple wins out. I think it was either 1 or 2. I can't remember. But anyway, they got the same nucleus of players. So they all know Doc Rivers' thing. And one thing, Doc Rivers' playbook. And one thing, like I said, this is the main reason why I love Kawhi Leonard. Is because Kawhi Leonard, no matter where he goes, he fits right into the system. He's not a selfish type player. He let the game come to him. He dropped a quiet 30. Now, you know, like I said, so got to give hats off to them. Plus, they're real feisty on defense. Very, Patrick Beverly, Kawhi Leonard, they're real good on defense. Hartrell, was Hartrell, something like that. They're real good on defense. You can't take that away from them. Now, with the Lakers, let me make sure you make something clear. Now, I know a lot of people say, and I'm going to get to this one first and foremost. A lot of people say that LeBron James shouldn't be running the point. Let's make sure we understand this. As long as LeBron James is on the floor, he's going to run the point. Whether small forward or point guard, he's going to run the point. That's LeBron James' game. He always been like that. You know, since he was in Cleveland, Miami, all that. He always had a point unless he had somebody with a, you know, an alpha ego similar to him that's going to take the ball out of his hand. The only one on that team that would do something like that is Rondo. Rondo was out. So in retrospect to that, there's nothing wrong with him running point. The whole thing about it is that lack of defense on his behalf, and I'll get to that in a minute. Now, keep this in mind. The biggest problem that y'all have to understand and realize is that from this game, I only take it from this game, I hope they make adjustments, so I'm not really upset. I think LeBron James was trying to, you know, feel a little bit to see what they had and all that. And that's another reason why I stated that the Lakers should have played not only the Golden State Warriors in the preseason, but other teams as well, so they can see what, you know, what the players are putting on the floor, so they can see how they match up against other teams before the exhibition season start. But, you know, they only play the Golden State Warriors and the Nets, and you're playing the Warriors who only playing their second, third string team. So you're not really getting to see anything. And a lot of people say, well, they didn't do this in the preseason when they played against the Clippers. I said, well, look who they're playing. The Warriors weren't even playing hard. I mean, they played hard when the last game when Steph and D'Angelo was playing. Other than that, they were basically playing their bench players, their G League players and all that to see who going to jail, who going to make the team. But anyway, LeBron James is going to run a point, rather he plays small forward point guard. Y'all got to understand that. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with LeBron bringing the ball down. The biggest problem is this. I think that, like, for instance, when he played Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James should have played Kawhi Leonard instead of chasing Patrick Beverly around. Patrick Beverly's too small. Too small for LeBron to be chasing him around on defense. That's poor defensive scheme to me by the coach and by LeBron. Because in reality of it, you as a superstar player, you want to play their superstar. You want to play Kawhi, you want to get the ball in his hand, you want to match up with him. That's just me. I always knew that when some players will play their top, you know, some star player will play the opposite team's star player to neutralize them or get into their head. That's how it's been. But LeBron James, to me, kind of tends to get away from that. You know, he rather play Patrick Beverly than play Kawhi. He did have a couple good plays on Kawhi, but majority of the time he was playing Patrick Beverly or whoever the other guard was that was out there with him. And that's my biggest pet peeve on defense. And a lot of time on defense, he was just standing around. I know y'all ain't gonna, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna say that, but he was standing around a couple times. Now, the thing is, I said in my last video that on defense, LeBron James need to play the small forward, you know, D up the small forward, and let Danny Green go play either the 2 or the point guard on the opposite team so he ain't got to be chasing nobody around. Instead, they did the total opposite, and that was kind of one of the things that killed us on defense because they were getting whatever they want. And as LeBron, and LeBron James don't have bad defense. The problem is he plays in spurts. So it would have been kind of cool for him to play when Kawhi was out there. You know, even if Kawhi would have burnt you, it don't matter. At least you made an effort to play because remember, everything falls on your shoulder. You can't just rely on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis came to LA to rely on you as well. So you got to play your part as well. You know what I mean? And that goes to the offense. Now on offense, they barely even ran any fast breaks. It was all half-court set, the LeBron James system. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not the LeBron James system because, you know, pick and rolls, this and that. Listen, the Clippers know LeBron James. They played him 4 games last year, all right? They know LeBron James liked to run, the pick and roll, like to attack the basket. So what they did, they cut all the lanes off. And he was basically trying to feed AD. The only problem with him feeding AD is that he was throwing it too far out to AD, all the way out from the post. So AD had to work his way into the post. And the thing is, this crazy thing is AD had like smaller players on him. Smaller players on him. He got a couple good plays on there, but a lot of plays, mostly 90% of his play were forced plays. And he's like, and I hate to say this because I don't want to wish bad luck on nobody, but he's just a fall or two away from being hurt. I mean, every time you see him with the ball, he kept falling down. I mean, hard. And you remember, he's injury prone. So you don't want to put him in a position where he's out, because if he's out, we might be screwed until Kuzma come back. But other than that, LeBron James need to get him in a better position to score. I know Mike said, you know, Mike Davis, I believe, I'm sorry, Mike, if I've got your last name. But he said on Twitter that AD should have played center. They had him at center. Because remember, they ran small a couple times. Because remember, JaVale McGee only played, I don't know how many minutes he played. You didn't see JaVale McGee for a while. And that really bugged my mind, you know, because JaVale McGee, and I'll get on him in a minute, but AD was playing some center. But it was the position of where they was giving him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the post up, he's supposed to be moving his way to the basket, and then a person will acknowledge that and give him the ball right away because he's like 7 feet. So them little guys ain't going to be able to jump up with him. He can throw the ball down, give him a lobs and all that. LeBron James, to me, remember, everything falls on LeBron James because he's the point guard. The ball's in his hand 90% of the time. So in retrospect to that, it falls in his hand. When he went to the bench, they made a 15-0 run with LeBron James on the bench. He came back, everything was stagnant, no ball moving, all that. LeBron James, you know, all he was trying to do is give it to AD. It was like an AD, LeBron James combo. And you had all the other players around you that you didn't even get involved in the offense at all. You know what I mean? Like later on down the line, Danny Green did almost similar to what Kuzma did. Like, you know what? I'm just going to go for mine. You know what I mean? If the opportunity there, I'm going to take it. Everybody else is just sitting there waiting on LeBron and see what LeBron going to do. But Danny Green said, screw this. I'm going to do me. And that's what Danny Green did. And that's what a lot of these players have to do. Because in reality, you got to remember, LeBron is like, what, 36? He's getting up there. Father Time is going to catch up with him eventually, so he gonna better run around. That's why I said that the starting five they had in there, I like it. I just think that LeBron James got to get them guys more involved in the offense and not just go to AD. Because here's the thing. If you just basically just you and AD, the defense already know what to do. That's why I said they blocking the lanes up because they knew all you were doing is just throwing AD. You come down to half court, you're doing the same thing over and over again. No set plays. They doing nothing. Come down to half court, slow down the offense so that way the defense can get set up and play defense. You're not doing no fast breaks, not catching them off guard, not doing nothing. So they got a time to set up, get AD posted out there, put body on AD so AD don't try to, you know, fight his way to the paint. And then you throw the ball down AD eight feet away from the freaking post. And now AD got to fight to get to the post. You know what I'm saying? And that's to me is just like, I don't know, it's just bad. And then on top of that, Danny Green was hot. Walton, a.k.a. Mr. Vogel, he set him down. Set him down. Guy was hot. And they should have kept him in there. You know, gave him a couple little breathers, but brought him back in there, man. He had, what, 28? He was on pace to hit probably like 30-something, 40. You know what I mean? But he was on fire. And yet you gave KCP all those minutes, and KCP was 0 for 3. And I got nothing against KCP because I feel bad for KCP, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I felt bad for him. KCP should not have been playing Kawhi Leonard on defense. A lot of people fail to realize if you ever played a game of basketball, if you're playing physical with somebody on defense, on offense, you are a shadow of yourself because you're too tired. Because you're sitting down there, first of all, KCP on like 6'5", Kawhi like 6'8", 6'8". So in retrospect to that, Kawhi backing him up. What's his name? Hartrell? Whatever, I think everybody said his name wrong. Hartrell. He was backing him up. Like, why is this little guy playing these big guys? So on offense, he basically wasn't there. Too tired. I don't know if Vogel gave him the assignment to go in there and play him. Like, look, I want you to just focus on playing D on Kawhi. Don't worry about nothing else. We don't know. Because the reality of it got to be something for Vogel to keep him in there that long. They probably just told him to go in there. Because, you know, some coaches will have players just go in there and play a certain job. They give him a certain duty to go in there. And us as fans, we like, damn, this guy ain't doing nothing. But we don't know what Vogel told him. We don't know if he told him to go in there, hey, you know, just play word, don't worry about offense, just play D on them. You know, if you got to foul them, that's cool and all that, but we just want to, you know, try to slow down the momentum, try to do something. I don't know. Another thing, now we get into Dwight and JaVale. I know, listen, I have no problem with Dwight, but me personally, I told y'all over and over again, Dwight does not have the ups like JaVale. I'm sorry. JaVale played just as good defense as Dwight. Only thing good about Dwight is that Dwight can rebound, but Dwight cannot move. A little bit, but I like Dwight coming off the bench, but not eating up all JaVale McGee's minutes. JaVale McGee should be getting just like 21, and Dwight should be getting like 21. That's how I look at it. Like he was getting like 21 in the last year. He should be getting 21 because JaVale McGee, when he get the ball, he actually finished much higher percentage than what Dwight do. Dwight got blocked like twice, you know, and he was dunking with 2 hands and still got blocked. JaVale McGee, if you notice, he come hard. You know, he come with them tomahawks and all that. That's why I say JaVale should have been in there. We went small and right into the Clippers' own game plan, and they beat us because, remember, they started out small. You know what I mean? And we played right into their game plan because the dude Hartrell, I might be saying his name wrong. Please forgive me if I said his name wrong. I'm not looking at my paper on my notes because I'm actually driving. But the thing about it is that this guy's physical. You know what I mean? He's not no weak pushover dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a physical dude. The Clippers are a physical team. You can't go in there and playing all that freaking flamboyant boy crap. You know, you got to be physical with him. And the dude was physical, and he was giving them body. Giving them body, backing them up, knocking dudes down and all that. It was terrible. You know what I mean? Especially because the thing is, Doc Rivers outcoached Vogel. Let's make sure we understand that. He outcoached him. And the reason why I see outcoached him is because when the Lakers went small, all Doc Rivers do is say, go inside. And that's all they were doing, go inside. When they went big, they went inside and then they transitioned the ball to the perimeter for them guys to take shots. That's all they did, man. And the Lakers played it to all that. LeBron James got to, and like I said, this is only one game, so I'm not going to really get on him too bad. I just think the next game, LeBron James got to be more. He got to insert himself more. Them last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, LeBron James or Anthony Davis ain't really do nothing. Danny Green was doing everything. Them guys ain't do nothing. You can't have 2 superstars for 8 minutes not really do anything. You can't have that. That's not going to work. It's not going to help you win championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, those 8 minutes, it should have been LeBron, Anthony Davis. That's why I'm saying, like, the thing is, like, the first 3 quarters or whatever, you get everybody involved. You know, you pass the ball, or you good ball movement, get everybody involved. And then the last 5 minutes of the game, whatever, that's where AD and LeBron supposed to take over. But everybody else is just a role player that's supposed to do their job until these 2 guys, when it's the 5 minutes left in the game, they take over. Instead, you didn't see none of them. And there's no excuse. LeBron James had, what, 5 turnovers, forced turnovers. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of forced turnovers. And like I said, the thing is that when he bring the ball, all you got to do is freaking run. But he don't like to run. That's why, like last year, if you notice when the young players were running, remember he told Luke Walton, slow it down, slow it down. But you know what? You can't keep running that same damn system. It's not going to work. You got to catch the defense off guard. You can't sit there and do a half-court set and don't really have no play sets in order for it to utilize Anthony Davis. What, just throw the ball to him and let him create? That's not a play. Ain't no pick and rolls, no backdoor cuts, nothing. How many laws they threw? They just looked, to me, they just looked at, like, I don't know, like they ran out of energy or something. I don't know. But them last 5 minutes or 5 minutes, they didn't do too much of nothing. And the Clippers just really put it to them, man. And they did this without Paul George. And I know some people say, well, we didn't have Kuzma. It don't matter. The point is, Paul George, let's be honest, Paul George is way more sufficient than Kuzma. So in reality of it, we're going to see this team 3 more times this season. We got to come with our A game. And the thing is, we can't have all this hype and then basically look like nothing. And like I said, it's only the first game, so I'm not going to really get too caught up in it. The first game, let me calm myself down because I don't want to get all overreacting like, oh, gosh, oh, it's the end of the world. I'm going to blow up. No, I'm not going to do all, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do all that. No. I'm not going to do all that. Anybody looking at me think I'm crazy or something. Yeah. But anyway, that's the thing. I mean, like I said, you know, right now, like, nobody, I mean, you know, you had, like I said, everybody else, I mean, they played pretty good, but it's just like the matchups just wasn't running good. Like I said, JaVale, she got more time. Not knocking Dwight Howard, but I think that was just too much time because he was on there. I got to give Dwight Howard credit, though. He was on the floor when he went on that 15-0 run, though. So I got to give him credit for that. You know, and that's why I think Vogel stayed with him because, remember, they went on the 15-0 run, so he probably said, you know what, Dwight playing pretty good, so let's keep him in there. And I'm like, like I said, it's only one game, so I'm not going to knock him. They all, plus on top of that, remember, this Vogel first year with the Lakers, so he probably adjusting, trying to learn, you know, what fits and, you know, who fits what. And also, this is a whole new Lakers team. Preseason don't mean nothing. I told y'all before, preseason don't mean nothing. and regular season is more important. So in retrospect, that you got to also see who can play, who can roll. So the Lakers got a chance to see, who's who, and it's going to probably take a couple games before we really start to gel. But I just think that LeBron James need to use his size, man, attack the basket, and set AD up for better opportunities to score easy. He shouldn't have to, fight or force shots because you don't want him getting injured. That's my biggest pet peeve. And the most scariest thing to watch that man get injured if he get injured, and I don't want to see that. But other than that, man, I mean, they played all right. You got to take your hat off, to the Clippers, man. Clippers just a good defensive team, man. You can't sit there and say, well, the Lakers are this, that. No, I know a lot of fans are upset because that's your cross the street rival. But you know what it is. You got to remember, I told y'all, who put this all in action? Jerry West. The myth, the man, the legend, you know what I'm saying? Who know how to create an organization. That's why I say before, and I keep saying over again, the Lakers should have picked them up, but no, they want to be all prideful. We don't want no Jerry West. And that's why Jerry West sit back in the bleachers or in the chairs and laugh at y'all. At the dinner table, laugh at y'all. Because why? You should have had him a part of the Lakers organization. But, it is what it is, man. I'm not really upset. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I think I covered everything. I'm trying to see that I missed anything. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Not really. Cook ain't really. Like I said, I'm not going too much of the other players. A lot of players ain't really do nothing. Hey, Bradley had a nice little surge too. I gotta give him props too. He had a little surge. He had a couple back-to-back baskets, man. That's why I say over and over again that LeBron James got to utilize all the players on the floor. He don't gotta keep feeding Anthony Davis, because when defenses know that's all you doing is going after Davis, all they can do is lock that down. They ain't gotta worry about nobody else. And like I said, Anthony Davis was forcing up a lot of shots. He did a couple assists, but he was forcing a lot of shots up. And a lot of times, when he was getting that double team, he was not acknowledged that he had a person wide open for a three. They weren't acknowledged. So Anthony Davis got to read better when he's getting them double teams coming over. When that double team that we saw help come over, he got to be quick to pass it out to help, to give it to somebody else and not force shots, because you don't want to get hurt. LeBron James, he got to penetrate more. He can catch the ball in the low too, because if you got somebody, Patrick Beverley playing you, man, you could you could post up in the post and get the ball all day and scoring that dude all day to make them play you, make them change their matchups against you. You know what I'm saying? You should not be doing what you're doing. But at the end of the day, like I said, hopefully they'll do better next game. What else? Let me see what else I got to talk about. I'm not going to talk about Jason Kidd right now. I had a little conspiracy theory, but I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to talk about that later on down in the season. I'll bring that out probably videos down the road, but it don't matter. They still play pretty good, man. I just wanted to see JaVale McGee in there more. And I still want to see LeBron James at that point because, like I said before, he got that height. He got that height, and I think he's a good passer, but I think that he just become, in this game, he just was stagnant. He didn't really move. He didn't penetrate that much. He stopped at the top of the key and just passed out to Anthony Davis. It was like, just throw it down to Anthony and see what he could do. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comments and tell me what you think. We got another game, so when we get that game, we'll see what happens. Hope we come play with our A game. If not, it's all good. We're still early. You know what I mean? We just don't want to get too far behind because the West is deep. And that's the thing. But like I said, it's only one game. You always can make that surge after All-Star break. It doesn't matter. That's when it really counts. So it don't matter. We right now just basically giving our opinion and basically using constructive criticism about our team because why we love them. Y'all take care and be safe out there.